What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome
come
to
on.
What's It Called, everybody. We're so happy that you're here. What's It Called is a big, stupid fucking movie podcast that
That's
is also a lay down for your brain. There's 5 million wars, and it's an election year, and the two people running are both old sociopaths. And so, please lay your brain down
Lay it
and
down.
relax and forget about the world with us here. For an hour, our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. Our store is shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo. And there's all kinds of links in there for different ways for you to support us. Following us on Instagram, following us on Twitter, where you can jump in and help us rename things every single week. Also, our Patreon, we have bonus episodes. There's all kinds of different levels. You can buy some of our merch or just, email us, whatthehellisitkalled@gmail.com, and tell us you like the show. Share it with your friends. Help us spread the word about this stupid fucking podcast that we love so much.
Yeah, man.
Buy a Don't Jack Off shirt.
That's right.
We have a shirt that says Don't Jack Off in big, bold letters, which I think is an important message for the world. This episode has dropped June 24th, and we recorded it 1 month before that. But that means that for y'all watching and listening, I just recorded my special 2 days ago, and I killed it. It was so good. I know for a fucking fact. And thank you all so much, those of you who came out to the shows, and those of you who came out to the shows all around the country and watched me work on this crazy fucking hour I've been running and figuring out. And thanks to you, Caleb, for joining me
Yeah, man.
on this run.
This is the best night of my life.
We're recording this on our last day together in New Orleans, and then we go our separate ways.
Never going to see each other again.
Ever again.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep doing the podcast
Yeah.
somehow.
How's that gonna work? I don't know.
do have some stuff now coming up in New York City. My show, Good Heroin, June 30th, which is this coming Sunday. Also, my show, This Sucks, with Neil Ghosh, James Austin Johnson, and Natalie Norman, is tonight, June 24th, 10 p.m. At the Gutter. A place I clearly love and go literally every fucking day. So come out to shows, see us. Caleb's on tour
That's
too.
right.
Go see
I'll
him.
be at the Broadway Theater in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, June 29th. I'll be at Wits End in Charleston, South Carolina, July 6th. I'll be at Freedom Brew and Shine in Cumming, Georgia, July 13th. The Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia, July 24th. And I'll be at Laughs in Tucson, August 2nd and 3rd. Come out to that. It's going to be great. I love you.
Hell yeah, dude. This week, we're renaming Bad Boys and discussing Bad Boys, which has a sequel coming out soon, or maybe came out already.
There's no way to know things like that, Dave. This is a podcast. Everyone on podcast is constantly fact-checking, looking things up, trying to be right, provide entertainment and value. We don't do any of that shit.
That's actually a good point. Once again, we are here to lay down and rest.
That's right.
We have no desire to do anything of substance at all. And to that end, Caleb, what have you been watching this week?
Oh, dude, you don't even want to get me started. I've been watching all kinds of shit. My Letterboxd is going crazy. One thing that I watched this week that I thought was pretty good is Lawless. You seen
Cool. I
so-
haven't seen it yet, but I do love a Tom Hardy movie.
I
and
love
I
a
love
Tom
Western.
Hardy. The only thing I don't like, is, one of my least favorite genres is based on a true story. Who gives a shit, first of
Yeah.
all? Second of all, everything that's ever happened is based on a true story.
Casey Affleck stars in Caleb,
Right.
the story of a comedian who kept doing stand-up even though no one wanted him to.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa, shit.
I was looking for a way out, and I said something
Hey,
mean and
that's how
sad.
it goes.
I didn't mean it.
But yeah, so they always have these movies. Like, first of all, true stories are not good. Mm-hmm. Every true story anyone's ever told has a long, boring part in it. When you go, oh, that sounds accurate, I guess. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm watching a movie. I'm eating popcorn. I'm not here for the truth.
Yeah.
But
Trying to tell me Martin Luther King Jr. didn't do one back handspring? Just throw it in there. Let me think that happened, dude.
right,
Yeah.
I can tell that's been sticking to your craw.
Dude, yeah, those movies about that motherfucker are boring.
I just don't care. I don't think that's what it's for. I think books are for the truth, documentaries are for the truth, whatever.
Stand-up comedy is for the truth.
But exactly. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy's true.
No.
It doesn't matter to me.
No.
But I thought Lawless was pretty good. But it's set during the Prohibition times, so they get kind of bogged down in a couple things. But I do like that Tom Hardy is beating ass, and he's using a voice no one's ever had. I think he looked up accents from a certain part of Illinois in the 30s and was just like,
He's
Yeah.
just so like, how does he do that?
I don't know.
He has like he's a fucking PhD in not opening his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Yeah, dude.
If you open your mouth too much, that's not good in the movie business. But close your mouth and talk. That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's the kind of acting I like. That's what Jeffrey Wright does.
You know what I saw recently? It was another Tom Hardy movie, and I'm forgetting the name, but I loved it so much. The Drop. Have you seen The Drop?
No.
Oh my God, you got to see The Drop.
Okay.
Dude. I forget who plays his boss, but it's this just sort of like, the idea is that the bars in Boston that have to pay off the like gangs in Boston, they like randomly are chosen as a drop point for drugs every weekend.
Okay.
And this one bar that's like failing is chosen as the drop point, and Tom Hardy is like not even the owner. He's just this sort of like sheepish, nice guy who there's a really hot girl, and sure, he's probably secretly in love with her, but he's too much of a beta little guy who never opens his mouth to ever say that. So it's
Yeah.
just like a very slow, tense movie about these guys that are forced to deal with like rough and tumble, fucked up gangsters.
That's all Tom Hardy wants to do.
And it's awesome. It's so awesome. I'm not going to reveal anything else, but that's
All
what
right.
I watched this week. I feel like you had more to say about Lawless.
I thought it was good. I thought it was very violent. It's funny to see Shia LaBeouf in something very violent.
Yeah.
Like, I think of him as Louis Stevens. That's how I was introduced to him, from Even Stevens.
Oh, I never saw that.
Disney Channel show. He's like a little kid in school with curly hair and a Hawaiian shirt, and he's always getting into trouble.
Man.
And he's a little sarcastic. But that's how I was introduced to him. And then it was like, oh, he's in Transformers. Oh. It was like when The Rock was in Scorpion King. We were like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
We hope
right.
it goes good. Everybody kind of
yeah.
rallied behind him. Like, well, he's going to be a real movie star. So I still think of him as like a kid.
Yeah.
It's like seeing the guy from Boy Meets World in a sex scene. You're like, no.
Yeah, totally.
But it's very, and they just, Shia LaBeouf just gets his ass beat
Yeah.
over, and they just fuck Shia LaBeouf up, dude. And it's jarring to see.
Whoa, weird.
It's like watching your nephew get hit. You're just like, no.
Oh, sure.
And he's
Yeah.
getting beat up by Guy Pearce, who,
He's a weird actor. He's
Yeah.
very good. He's always very good, especially because he's always cast as like a guy with a massive stick up his ass.
yes.
And he's very good at playing that kind of role because he has that shape of face. But there's something about him too that I never really totally like, because he
Right.
looks too put together or something.
Two put together, and he does this thing in that movie. I don't know if this is what they were doing in the 30s, but his hair, he does the alfalfa thing where his hair's going this way and that way, split down the middle, and he shaves the middle so that it's a thicker part.
I think that was what people were doing back
It's
then.
the most disgusting shit. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't care if that's what they were doing back then. I don't want to look at it. They go,
Caleb has
no,
a
this is
lot of
actually the
minor
hairstyle.
Yeah, dude.
Fake noses. I'm sick of the fake noses.
The asymmetrical thing in the nose in Dune drives Caleb fucking
If we could
crazy.
get George Lucas to remove the asymmetrical black tube in the nose from Dune, oh man, that's what he should be doing. Not your movies, other people's movies, George. But enough with the fake noses. Enough with the historically accurate hairline shit. Who cares? And another thing I hate is when they really in period pieces when they really want to let you know what year it is. Like somebody will drive up and go, "I got the brand new 1933 Honda," and you're like, "Oh, great." I go, wonder what year it is. Do you want to go see It Happened One Night? It's coming out today. Terrific.
Oh,
Boy,
that's
I'm
really
immersed.
funny.
Who cares?
I wish that there were more things other than cars that were like that.
Oh,
You
boy.
know what I mean? Do you want to try the new May 18th Cheetos?
I'm just like, why? What does it matter? I'm so sick of it, dude. Like, tell the story. It's like when you're talking to someone who doesn't know how to talk.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, so I went to that place. It's actually across the street from, that place closed.
Like,
You know where 3rd Street meets? I
Great,
don't give a
what
shit
happened?
where it happened.
what? And they like start like arguing with
No, it
themselves.
was,
before they...
no.
Wait, was it? Was it by that big tree?
No, you know when you're driving past that
Yeah.
Hardee's? Oh, it's not Hardee's anymore. But if you take a left after that,
Oh my God,
it's
you know where
next
it
to-
was?
My friend used to live there.
It was where I met that girl. What was her name?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Lie or skip it. I don't need that. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, and when movies do that, I get so mad. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, wow, this really couldn't matter less.
Yeah.
Let's tell the story, please.
Man.
Ugh. Yeah. So anyway, Lawless was pretty good. I recommend it, but I do get mad sometimes. But that's just me being insane. Dude, when a movie ends with text, now I'm gonna read 8 paragraphs about what happened after the. If it's so important, film that scene. Why are you giving me unfilmed scenes? I'm so sick of it.
Caleb's mad.
Dude, Goodfellas. It's
make
the
your movie
only
different.
problem with Goodfellas. If it's worth a fuck, film it. If not, don't end this movie with reading. I don't want to read.
What? Wait, what are we talking about?
You know when a
here?
movie ends and they'll go, 17 years. For the
Yeah.
next 17 years, he lived in Wyoming, and then he moved to Nebraska and died.
Why does that bother you?
Because
They're trying
why
to
am I
wrap it up
seeing
for
it?
you.
Wrap it up with the last scene. Why am I
they
reading?
can't. You want to know? It's just sort of like a denouement. It's like trickling you out. You wanted to know. You want to know.
I don't.
I want to know.
I'll
I
look it
wanna
up
know.
on Wikipedia later if I want to know.
Where's his shine box now? That's what I want. What's
Just-
up with his shine box? You know?
And to me, it's like self-checkout. You're the director. Film that scene or don't. Don't give me this half-assed paragraph. Henry Hill lived for 17 more years. Who cares? I don't care where they all ended up. Ugh.
I feel like Scorsese does that a lot too.
Right.
Like-
And look, I don't like it.
You didn't like the end of Sandlot? The end of
We
Sandlot was
don't
gr-
need it. We
Oh,
just don't
dude,
need the
I mean,
text.
I love it. Give me the text.
It's
Make
just-
movies all text.
It
That's
does,
what I say.
right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take it. Let's take it further.
Why? You know, we have a lyric music video. Why can't we have a lyric?
The whole
Film.
movie. Yeah, let's just put this whole screenplay on the screen. Let's just walk. Everybody done with this page in the theater? Let's go. Let's just get a big Kindle.
I just feel like
Let's all go watch the big Kindle.
there have definitely been times when this has happened where you felt like it was good and necessary. There
No.
have to be.
No.
Never.
No, it's
What about
a
at the
movie.
beginning? What about the beginning? Words
If
at the
it was
beginning.
worth doing, they would do it in fictional movies too. After that, Indiana Jones taught at the high school for 5
They do it at fictional movies too.
And they shouldn't.
Why?
It's so like I've never finished a movie that didn't do it and go, wow, couldn't we have had a little text on the screen? I wanted to read about the characters for a
That's
little while.
because probably in all those movies they didn't require the character building didn't require it. You know?
I just think if you can't wrap up a movie with a filmed scene, you have fucked up. And I think it's just accepted.
I don't know. I don't know if I totally agree with you because like you're looking the movie is a story inside of a world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the story needs to wrap up, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't still interested in the characters. So why not just give people that? You know?
I mean, if you're interested in the movie after it's over, you can go read about it. I just don't understand putting that on the screen. Like,
Well, but what? So why don't you just not read it then?
oh no, I'd rather argue about it. I'd rather yell about it.
Okay,
No,
well that's a fair point.
It's I just don't understand how it's accepted and considered okay. It's just like it'd be like in the middle of a movie if Vin Diesel comes out and goes, "Yeah, so they drove around for a while," and then it cuts back. I go, Well, then film it.
It is not like that at all, dude.
Dude, I just don't
Some
understand.
Movies really need it at the beginning. Also, some movies really benefit from it at the beginning. Like, okay, so Dune doesn't need it at the beginning, and were they not to do it at the beginning, the movie still would have been exactly as great as it is. But both the first one and the second one have whatever that fucking throat talking is, and then there's like a little subtitle translating it for you. So I guess it's a little different because it's someone technically talking. But it just adds mystery and like tension to the movie and lets you know a little bit about the world that you're entering. And then a lot of movies like have you seen Hunt for the Red October? Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
It's good.
It's an incredible movie. And that movie begins and ends with text on screen.
Oh, I know.
And I think it's smart because they can set up. You're making a movie that has a contained story, and the words can set up and conclude in fucking 10 seconds what otherwise you would have to do in like 30 fucking minutes. Because the amount of
Well, then let's just not even watch the movie. Just tell me the plot.
that doesn't make any sense.
I just do it with the acting and writing and directing and the music and all the moving pictures. Why?
How could you
The fact that I'm
possibly-
sitting in a theater reading words on a screen, I'm just like,
insane.
what?
That is an insane thing to say because it's a movie about a Russian nuclear submarine during a time where we're not at war with Russia, but there are tensions with Russia, and you have to somehow explain that that's the situation going on between Russia and America in the fucking 90s. How in the world are you going to do that? And then also tell this very specific story about this guy who works for the CIA and he's being called in to ask these people about the submarine, and then he has to go find the submarine. Like, that on its own is a 2-hour story, and you very easily are like, here's what's going on between Russia and America. Boom. Now we get into the story. What you're describing is a really boring movie where there's like an hour of like bullshit at the beginning where these actors are like trying to slowly let you into this world of like Russian American tensions in the ocean. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like, you know how the first Lord of the Rings begins with these montages and this narration and the music and it's amazing.
You're saying do that?
Figure it out. That's not for me to figure out. That's
Yeah.
for you to figure out. You
But you
fucking
just
made
said
this
Hunt
movie.
for Red October is a great movie.
Yes, I'm just saying I
interesting.
think it's just an
Interesting.
accepted thing. Like, you know, when rappers will be like, they just won't have a rhyme, and then they'll just
Not rhyme.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
and then
lame.
everybody's
I
like,
agree.
all right. I thought this was all about the rhyme.
Yeah, right.
Or they'll just rhyme the word with itself, and I'll just be like,
No,
oh,
that's
and all
cheating.
my favorite rappers do it. Or they'll rhyme numbers. Oh, that's the laziest shit I've ever heard. They'll rhyme they're like 3 with what's a number that rhymes?
33.
Yeah, they'll rhyme 3 with or like 09 with. I hate that shit. I hate rhyming. Letters is the worst. That's what I meant. They'll rhyme a G with E and G with 3, and they'll rhyme B with D, and I'm like, okay,
Rhyming B with D is very funny.
what are you doing here? Drake does it all the time. He'll
Yeah.
rhyme D with B. Oh wow,
Wow. Well,
wow, I can't do that.
man.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
what
that's
I
why
feel.
he's texting kids.
Yeah, they love
They
that.
know- they're like, ooh,
they
I
just learned them.
I know the alphabet. Start to finish, I know the fucking alphabet.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I'm like, I still think it's a great song, but I just think it's lazy. I just think there's a better way to do it. And I'm glad Peter Jackson didn't start the movie with like, here's what everything, I'll just put some words up there. Y'all read.
It is just voiceover. I mean, what's the difference between voiceover
It's
and
better.
letters on the screen? I just think like one suits one type of movie and another suits another type of movie. So you're saying at the beginning of Hunt for Red October, it wouldn't bother you if instead of the words on screen, it was Sean Connery being like, things are difficult between Russia and America
Great.
right now. Give me a fucking break.
Are you kidding?
That's ridiculous. That would not have worked. Or Alec
How do
Baldwin.
you, what are you, crazy? They have great voices.
They do have great voices, but they are characters that are like revealed later in the movie.
Well, then
for,
hire
like, a
George
different-
Clooney to do it. Hire Mel Gibson to do it. He's got a great voice.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Get the camera and point it at
Get
stuff
Danny
while I
Glover
listen to
do it.
somebody
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah, have Drake
Play
do
a little music.
There's some problems in the ocean. ...2024, Russia, America. Oh shit, I'm hearing you.
Unbelievable.
Man.
That's just how I feel. Every time I see it, I just go, oh, great.
Yeah.
Didn't bother filming this scene, huh? I guess
And,
I'll use my imagination.
Speaking of Russia and America,
Uh-oh. Oh, buddy. Or if you're as tired of Earth-based news as I am, you're going to love this next segment.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. It's not all about this planet sometimes.
Yeah,
There's other
dude.
stuff going on the moon. So China has landed the Chang'e 6 probe on the far side of the moon.
that is so cool.
So China's up there now poking around.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, there's nothing up there. So it is seems like a waste of money to me, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
China,
look, rocks.
China has way more money than us, dude.
Yeah. But, you know, it's cool to send a guy up there, but when we just keep sending a robot and the robot's like, ding, 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 ding. Oh,
I
look.
don't know. I'm
Oh,
stoked.
we found some, rock sand.
it's
Ooh,
great.
we got a hole.
I think it's good.
What are you going to find
Especially
at this point?
since, well, they're sending it to the dark side of the moon, and
It's dark.
We don't know a lot about that part of the moon.
I bet it's a lot like the part with the sun on it. I bet it's just like it.
Yeah, you think so?
No, there's
I think it's
robots
dark.
back there.
I think it's dark, and there's a robot. Did you know this about the dark side of the moon? That the one thing that we do know is back
Mm-hmm.
there is the movie The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, good. I'm glad something's up there.
Is the dark side of the moon?
Oh, boy.
When you go onto the dark
Uh-huh.
side of the moon, what's back there is the yellow brick road. It
Yeah.
syncs up perfectly with being back there.
It's also
Laugh.
if you play Dark Side of the Moon. Have you ever tried to watch that shit where you listen
No.
to
Oh yes, in college.
Yes.
And it's stupid. Who cares?
It syncs up just as good with any movie there's ever been.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know why they picked Wizard of Oz.
Well, it's because it's like kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of trippy, and there weren't a lot of trippy movies.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like Dark Side of the Moon syncs up perfectly with like fucking Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sure.
ahead.
Bet you it's badass. Also, anything syncs up with fucking anything if you take a fuck ton of acid, which is what was happening back there.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah,
Oh man.
something's back there.
Did you know that Metallica's Black album syncs up perfectly with The Parent Trap? Perfectly. You know?
Oh, now we got to do that.
Yeah,
we
dude,
got to do that on the
absolutely.
Patreon. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude, Dude Ranch from Blink-182 started right at the beginning of Throw Mama from the Train. And, God, it's incredible, man. Yeah, dude. Well, that's your moon news.
That's
for
right.
today.
Moon news, everybody. Ooh.
So I fucking love the Bad Boys movies. I
Yes,
love them. They're
they are
so much
good.
fun. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are so funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like the world never really stopped thinking Martin Lawrence was funny, but there was a while where I think Will Smith just got so famous
Yeah.
that he just sort of, this happened to Brad Pitt for a while too. And it's different because Will Smith is not a character actor. But there was a while, you become a leading man, and the world just kind of is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it happened around when he did like 7 Pounds, and he did a bunch of sad movies in a row, and it
Yeah.
was like, buddy.
Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch made me just so sad.
Wait, I don't remember. What happened in Hitch?
Oh, Hitch is where he's like the love doctor. He
With
sets
Kevin
people
James.
up and teaches them how to be charming and
Right.
what women want. He goes, oh, you lean 90% of the way in, you let them lean 10% in the way in for a kiss.
right.
You know, stuff like
Oh,
that.
he also did The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
Which that movie's wild because I never saw it, and the reason I never saw it is that it seems very stupid. And the main reason it seems very stupid is that the name is The Pursuit of Happiness, and happiness has a Y.
Ugh.
And like, the reason happiness has an I is because of how English works. We all know that it means the same thing as happy. It's not a different word now.
Yeah.
You're just spelling it wrong. And so when they did that, I was like, oh, the people who made this movie are truly like remedial learners. Like they're
Yeah.
in second grade, these people. They're dumb.
And that movie is a true story. So
Is
that's,
it really?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Why not make it just happiness? Everyone knows what happiness
I don't know.
is. easier to Google. Blows my mind. And isn't it about like a guy who's
Yeah,
like
he's having a tough time.
single dad, and he gets an internship, and everyone's mean to him or something?
Yeah,
but he
he
has
lived
a
a tough
kid.
life, and he's got a kid.
Yeah, and he's trying to take care of the kid.
And if you like to read a little bit during your movie at the end, you're gonna love Pursuit of Happiness.
What I love about like Will Smith is that, well, first of all, can we just give me a big compliment on that sentence that I just said?
I loved it.
I said it really well. What I love
What I love Will Smith about him,
What I
to
love
me,
about what I love, Chapatulas, which is a
Chapatulas.
real street in New Orleans.
we stayed at a hotel called the
Selena Catahoula. And on the walk here, we crossed Chapatulas Boulevard.
Unbelievable. New Orleans can't stop with this shit.
It's everywhere, dude.
Everywhere.
Oh, man. It was funny, too. We were hanging out with Vincent Zambon last night. Who's
Shout out to Big Vince.
Yeah, man. Really funny comic in New Orleans. Puts on great shows. I always do his shows here. He was like, we got to go to this bar. It's a great bar. It was the worst bar I've ever been to in my fucking
Yeah, bad
life.
bar. But when you live in New Orleans long enough, you forget what a good bar and a bad bar is.
Yeah, dude, because every bar is just
I had more
mayhem.
fun walking in between the bars
Absolutely.
with the beers. That
Yes,
was the most fun.
That's the joy.
Yeah.
Caleb had never been. He's only ever been here the one time we were here together a few months ago, and that was on a Monday. And like French Quarter is always fun, and you can always walk around with beers, so it's fun. But he had never been there on a Saturday, and we walked down Bourbon Street on a Saturday night and saw it. Isn't it crazy, dude? Doesn't it look like the fucking apocalypse?
Yeah, it's insane. No one's wearing anything that makes any sense.
Totally.
Everyone's
Everyone's
drunk.
gay, and everyone's
People are
like
loud.
not gay. It's very weird. It's
Yeah.
it's like a never-ending parade of like a bunch of people who look the most feminine they possibly could, and like they're gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
is a unique place. I
Also,
love it.
townies and frat boys,
Crazy.
and then everybody else. It's so crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I
Love it so
I
much.
don't want to go in any of those bars on Bourbon Street, but I want to have a beer in my hand and walk.
Yeah, I
down.
want to walk down. It's that's the way to do it. I love it here. And
Yeah, me too. Chapatulas.
Chapatulas. But I
what
think
the fuck were we talking about?
Will Smith.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what I
yes.
loved? You know what I love?
The Will Smith I love.
Smith. His fucking run of sci-fi movies he did, like I Am Legend, After Earth,
Yeah.
I, Robot. I love all that shit.
Yeah,
They're
those are
all
fun.
Big, stupid, fun sci-fi movies. And Men in Black, they're all great.
Oh, don't
Obviously,
get me started.
he's a wounded animal who lashed out and slapped Chris Rock in the face, which was just wild. And he
Pretty
clearly
funny.
has a horrible relationship with his wife.
Right.
Obviously. But yeah, I don't know. He's a great performer, dude. And Martin Lawrence is like one of the funniest people of all fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a tough thing. But here's my thing. I think as a comedian, slapping Chris Rock forever changes the way I feel about you. It shocked me as a comedian. I was just like, wow, that's a possibility for a G.I. Jane joke.
I know.
Insane. But I also, when people recoil, like you just brought up Hitler, when you go, I'm going to go see the new Will Smith movie. They're like, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's there are gradients,
Totally.
He
I
didn't,
agree.
he slapped one guy, which he shouldn't have done.
Right.
But I'm still going to watch his movie. What, are you crazy?
You know what's honestly strange about it is that, like, I don't know. I mean, one thing that's really weird to me about people that are, like, open, like, very, like, in their feelings publicly and like, very left-leaning, socialists are very much like, we should be taking care of each other. There's this language of, like, don't use inflammatory language because it hurts people of marginalized groups and shit like that. And honestly, I agree with that. And then I'm also a comedian, and so that complicates it. And you can play with that language, and sometimes in doing that, you make it really funny, and no one's hurt, and that's
Right.
the goal. But then you have to know that if you do say it and you don't get laughs, then it can hurt people, and you gotta listen to them, right? So that's your perspective on life and words and talking.
Yeah.
Then, like, why aren't you remembering that someone doing something awful is because they're hurt?
Yeah.
And we should I think Will Smith hitting him was fucked up.
Yeah.
But what I think was worse was the reaction to it. What bothered me way more was like immediately Morgan Freeman and everyone was like, it's fine. Like, I thought that was crazy. That's like a cultural problem.
Yeah, one commercial break. We
Yeah.
forgive him.
Yeah, and it's like, does anyone care about Chris Rock in this scenario?
I don't think Chris Rock forgives him. I don't.
Yeah.
But I've also been, I have a brother. We grew up and we fought,
Yeah.
and we're friends. Like, it was on TV or whatever. But it's just like acting like you're supposed to, I don't know.
Dude, literally,
If he
clearly,
did it every day, smack someone on TV, I'd go, okay,
well, we need to stop.
this guy's out of control.
Clearly, he did something wrong, and he had some sort of emotional thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you're right, wrong. But I think that I would really love it if people on the left who really just want everyone to be good to each other would start remembering that these things are rooted in mental health issues and to bring a little bit of fucking empathy and grace to
Right.
these people who have hurt other people. Now, obviously, there's fucking really extreme versions of it where it's like, yeah, fuck that guy forever. I feel that
Right.
way about Harvey Weinstein and shit. Fuck
Yeah.
him. But like someone who fucks up,
Right.
aren't we supposed to want them to go to therapy and get better? And everyone, fuck Will Smith. So, the other thing about Will Smith is there's a certain amount of people that are like, good, he defended his wife. And it's
Right.
like, Jesus
No, I
fucking
know.
Christ, dude. What are these crazy opinions you
Right.
have?
But it's
Yeah.
also like we were talking about earlier. You have the right to make whatever joke you want to, and you shouldn't be hit for a joke. But it does happen. So you should know that.
Yeah.
And after that happened, I was like, oh, next time
Yeah.
a guy much bigger than me is in the crowd, maybe I'll try and not make fun of his wife, just knowing that occurs.
I honestly will say I wouldn't have done that. I already would have been. First of all, my biggest problem with that joke is that it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You made a bald girl joke. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
That's just stupid and lame, and no one cares.
Well,
Like, it's-
everybody's doing a little too much crowd work these days.
yeah, he was trying to get a clip.
Yeah, he's trying to get a clip.
Yeah, he's trying to get a clip.
Hey,
at
there's
the
Jada
Oscars.
Pinkett. She's bald.
Yeah, bald idiot.
Yeah,
Calling her
yeah.
a bald idiot would have been funnier, I think. You're bald, aren't you, you dumb girl? Making a G.I. Jane joke, it's also like most people didn't see that movie. It's like
Right.
from
Long time ago.
1999 or some shit. Also,
Yeah.
great movie. I
Yeah.
loved that movie.
I've never seen G.I. Jane.
Dude, it's hardcore. Demi Moore is fucking nuts in that movie. It's
Right.
awesome. There's this great movie where great part of it where because she's like trying to be a Navy SEAL. And
nice.
so they fuck with her a lot. And it's honestly like kind of horrifying if you don't like abuse. If you are triggered by abuse, you probably
Love
shouldn't
abuse.
watch it. But she tells her drill sergeant to suck her dick. It's just like a
Nice.
really sick part of the movie. It's great.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend that, though.
Saying
Right?
that
To your drill sergeant.
Well, he is beating the shit out of her.
Oh, yeah, then say it. He's not doing his job right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But Martin Lawrence, he's like a little bit forgotten right now, I feel like.
Yeah.
Martin is so funny, and he had a run of movies in the 90s and 2000s that were like, and I'm not talking about Big Mama's House. I mean, like,
Right. I think that's what a lot of people think of when
Nothing to
the whole
lose.
generation thinks he's Big Mama and
Yeah.
not Martin.
dude, he's
But
so
he was,
funny.
man, his first couple stand-up specials,
Oh.
and when he used to host like every single stand-up show in the
He's-
90s. It was awesome. He talked about eating ass on SNL, and they banned him for life. Like, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was very, very funny. And
Banned him for life. Could you imagine? You're not allowed to be on this
Right.
regular show.
yeah, it's like, that's not the worst thing that's happened.
He's like a famous.
I know.
It's not a problem for him.
But I thought he was so funny. He has the best joke. Look it up on YouTube. He has a great bit about watching Andy Griffith and jerking off. So funny. Yeah, he's the best. I
He
love
lost
everything.
his mind a little bit, which sucks.
Right.
He was waving a gun around. What happened there?
You know, it's
remember?
tough living in LA, Dave.
Yeah, dude.
That's a regular guy having a regular day in LA, and everybody
Right.
like remembers.
like-
He happened to have that when he was famous. If that had happened a year before he was famous, no one would know.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that's LA's a tough. You know, you live there,
he was just a sign spinner for a gun store.
right? So I can't spin my gun.
Oh, all of a sudden I can't spin my gun
All
on
right.
the street.
I guess the Constitution doesn't mean shit.
Dude, I was once stopped at a stoplight next to a tour van, like a roofless tour van, at the corner of, I want to say, Hollywood and La Brea. Either Hollywood and La Brea or Hollywood and Highland. And the tour guide says to the van, you look to your left, you'll see an El Pollo Loco. That's the El Pollo Loco where Brad Pitt used to dress up like a chicken and spin signs trying to get people to go to El Pollo Loco. I was like, what?
Wow.
Awesome,
Is Brad
dude.
Pitt aware of this tidbit?
I don't know.
Does he
dude.
know you're talking about
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I was at a restaurant one time in LA, and the server, we were somehow talking about like celebrity. I don't know what it was, but the server goes, "Yeah, a lot of celebrities come in here. George Clooney came here one time." And I was like, "Oh wow, awesome! He's like the best." She goes, "Yeah. One of the servers here sucked his dick," and I was like, "You're like bringing me food."
It's awesome, dude.
I was
God,
like,
that's
what?
So
Like,
funny. You
while-
want me to suck your dick?
And I was like, "Wait, while he was here?" And she's like, "Yeah, while he was here." And I was like, "Okay, like
When did this happen?
right."
Oh, like how recently?
I don't know,
Is
but it
this
was just a very
Here's
funny
my
like.
question: is it a scoop, lady? Are you giving me a scoop right now? Because I could just work for the Wall Street Journal and ruin that guy's fucking life.
I know,
Right
but she was just like filling up my water. Yeah.
Wow.
One of the servers here sucked his dick. And I was like, great,
now. That's crazy.
terrific.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Oh yeah, that is. I
Yeah.
love that. So
Can't remember the restaurant,
James
but-
Earl Jones came in here once. Yeah. Fun fact about him: he likes to have his butthole licked.
Yeah, Stu Buscemi came here one time and he took a shit.
Yeah.
He was in there for 11 minutes.
Didn't flush.
Like,
Was in
okay.
there for 11 minutes. Think
You
he
know
had
what?
diarrhea.
I really.
Sparkling or tap?
I just imagine like that's her first day or something, and the boss is like, you got to interact with these people, be charming, tell them,
Let him know.
give them the Hollywood experience, and they're like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day I was making out with my boyfriend and I threw up in his mouth.
So this is for the this is separate or together? All right.
You ever had anything in your ass?
Yeah, we're gonna
I've
get
had a
couple.
bunch of stuff in my ass. Nothing on this menu though. So take a look at the menu and let me know. I'm just saying, there's numerous things you can do with the food here. One of them is you can eat it and then you can go into the bathroom and then I'll suck your dick. That's one of the things that happens at this restaurant. Or, you can get the breadsticks and you can shove them right up your fucking ass. And I'm happy to be your server today. My name is Brian. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
You ever hide?
When's the last time you hid, Dave?
I hid. I can't remember. I don't know. When's the last time you hid?
Probably to scare Jenny.
So I've definitely
hid to scare people before.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I do. Okay. Actually, this is Allie, for some reason, gets really scared in the shower.
Yeah.
And I think it's because she takes her contacts out.
Right.
She can't see very well. But I think it's also probably, because of whatever, some shit.
Yeah. Some
some
shit.
shit. Some shit. One of those things you go through.
Well, she's
And,
probably seen a movie before
yeah.
and read the news.
But she also wants to hang out constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like on the border of me oversharing. I don't think she'd care, but I'm not going to talk too much longer because this is basically just for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we hang out constantly when we're together. It's very, very sweet. I love it. She goes to take a shower and she's like, I'll just sit down and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you're going to take a shower. And she's like, yeah, but we don't have to stop hanging out. And then I stand in the door and we talk while she's showering. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I love it. But I learned early on that if I go into her bedroom, she has a bathroom attached to her room. If I go into her bedroom and get something and come back, she's like, ah! And I'm like, it's me.
I know.
It's me. It's
What-
going to be me
what
no
could've-
matter what. But literally, and it's so bad that if I'm standing in front of her while she's showering and I move suddenly, she goes, oh! It's so I hide then a lot to spook her. I like spooking my girlfriend.
I love it too.
There's nothing
You
better
gotta
than...
scare the
You
hose.
gotta scare the shit out of the hose. Bitches ain't shit, but freaking out, or whatever they say.
No, it is fun. But yeah, it's fun to scare people. I
Oh,
like to
dude.
hide.
Yeah, but have you ever hid for a real reason? Like from the cops or from like someone who was trying to hurt you?
One time, yeah. When I was in college, I really liked sneaking into apartments, pools, like
Oh, cool.
jumping over pins and jumping
Yeah.
in a pool at midnight. And I would hide sometimes when you'd be like, oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
But that's just being a dumb teenager. But like, that's probably the last time I was actually like hiding out of like trying to really hide.
Trying to get away. Yeah.
but-
I wonder. I can't remember if I hid.
Oh, sometimes I'll hide socially. Like I'll see someone at a party I don't want to talk to,
Oh,
and I'll
yeah.
kind of stand behind someone big or something.
Like, yeah, and then you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
we're still
yeah.
here. And so you walk by him on your phone.
Yeah,
And then you're like, oh, sorry. I'm on my phone.
yeah. So I've
Yeah.
done that before.
Yeah.
Or you ever walking and you see someone. It's happened to me a lot lately, where I'll just be like, "Oh, I know who that is, but we're not friends, and I'm gonna pretend I don't see them because I don't have time to stop and talk."
Yes. I mean, I feel like we all do that a lot at comedy parties because there's like 40 people there and you know them all, and it's just not possible
Right.
to talk to everybody. And it makes me feel bad every time, both for me not looking people in the eye or them not looking me in the eye. But it's always just because it's like, fuck, dude, I'm talking to everybody. I can't. You can't
Oh, I know.
manage to talk to everyone.
It's tough, and there's nothing worse than talking to someone you don't want to talk to, and they love talking to you, and you can't leave. That's actual hell to me, and I don't want to be rude and go, please stop talking to me, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Totally.
So 5 stars for Bad Boys.
Yep. Bad boys. Buddy, here's the thing. I don't know. Doesn't it seem... Hold on.
What?
Doesn't it seem like
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2 or Bad Boys Ride or Die, which is the third one, right? That's coming out soon? Or is it the fourth one?
I think Bad Boys for Life was the third one, and Bad Boys Ride or Die is the fourth one that is the newest one.
I think that there's a pretty good chance that even as like a small role, one of those movies has Jeffrey Wright in it.
Ooh,
Ladies
gotta
and
be.
gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report.
I don't think he was.
All right, that's it for the Jeffrey Wright Report, everybody.
I wasn't in Bad Boys.
Wouldn't you think that he would be like the guy giving them their gadgets or their guns?
He
or
should be
whatever?
the guy that shows up halfway through and goes, actually, I'm taking over this investigation.
Yeah, I'm taking
This
that
is
shit."
not your crime scene anymore. And they go, this is bullshit. And he'll go,
The real bullshit is how y'all went ever on this case.
You're loose cannons.
why do we keep hiring loose cannons?
Yeah. Can we get these two hotheads out of here? These two hothead loose cannons are fucking up my crime scene. Look at the jacket, okay? The jacket says FBI. What do you got? You're just local police. You're out of your jurisdiction here. And the last time you fucked up my crime scene, you fucked up the entire city irreparably. I'm Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, he's got to be in everything.
And I'm
you know?
always a cop. I'm a cop and I read books. Book cop.
Book Cop. I would watch Book Cop.
Yeah, dude. Book cop. I mean, and Jeffrey Wright would absolutely be the star of Book Cop.
Let's write it, man. Book
Yeah.
Cop, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report. I like playing it
Jeffrey
twice
Wright
because I just like it a lot.
It's so fun.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey
I wish
Wright
this was my
Report.
text tone for every text.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Did the movie have enough fire? Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
I would say so.
I would say that it had plenty of fire.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely a sufficient.
5 stars.
I would say that it had the exact right amount of fire.
Yeah, it's sort of the standard bearer of fire in movies.
Lots of fire, explosions, and like lulls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, lulls and fire is another possible name for Bad Boys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more question for y'all.
And that's what I like to call.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
What's up? This is Adam from Maroon 5.
This is Kings of Leon.
Hi, this is Aaron Sorkin, and I want to know what you think this movie would be like if I wrote it.
Listen to me now.
I think it'd be worse.
I think it'd be way worse.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
think it would
worse.
suck, dude.
Yeah, I like Aaron Sorkin, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Michael Bay and Aaron Sorkin can't.
Bad Boys 2, starring Rob Lowe and Josh Molina. Just dork boys.
Yeah.
Bad dorks.
Yeah, you can't mix them. You know, they're great. But
Yeah. After we drive this car into this helicopter, we are going to sue them.
there'd be a lot more shuffling papers.
Yeah, totally. I'm going to become a sports
procedure.
agent.
Yeah. But yeah, I love you, old Aaron Sorkin. We know you listen. We love you, Aaron. But you picked the right movies to write.
Absolutely, dude.
Please
Yeah.
don't write the new Bad Boys.
Don't write the new Bad Boys. Don't write the Transformers movies. Though someone should do something with those movies because
Yeah.
holy fucking hell, they suck ass.
Yeah, you would think that a movie based on a toy, come up with something.
Yeah, dude.
What if they were on the moon?
Oh, shit.
This summer, Mark Wahlberg is Teddy Ruxpin.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, we got to rename this motherfucker.
That's right. I got some names for Bad Boys, dog.
Buddy, I only have one.
Good.
And so I'm just going to say my name and then you can do yours,
Hell
okay?
yeah, dog.
I think Bad Boys should be called Two Pussies.
I think it should be called G.I. Jane 2.
Yeah, okay.
Can't wait to see it.
Two bald pussies.
I got Grumpy Old Cops.
There we go.
Big Mama's Police Department of the Slapping Rappers.
I love it.
And the Fresh Prince of the Right to Remain Silent about my fucking wife.
Yeah, dude. You have a right to remain silent about my fucking
That's
wife.
right, dude.
We do have a right to remain silent about that.
That's
man's
right. And I
fucking
will.
wife.
I sure will.
Yeah, dude. Should we go through these names?
Yeah, dude. So we got some names. The prompt this week, we do this every week, but we like to do a fun game on the Twitter. Follow us at What's It Pod. Get on the Discord. There's a forever link on whatsitcalled.rodeo, which is our website. And the prompt for this one was very fun. It was, oh shit, Bad Boys if Chris Rock was in it.
Oh, yeah. And our example was Slap Boys.
Slap Boys. You know how it is?
We read we used to just like go through all of the names and read them all. And there's just too many good ones. So we pick our top 10 now.
Yeah,
and-
the whole show would be it. if we
Yeah,
did, so.
literally. But goddamn, you guys
Yeah,
killed it.
We love you. Kicking it off at number 10 on Twitter, Max J. Kerr said, Bad Boys be shopping.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, dude. Number 9, Boogeyman Weather on Twitter said, Grown Ups 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fondle Punch on Twitter said, I'm gonna slap you, sucker.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love I'm Gonna Get You.
I
Sucker.
know. It's
Such
great.
a good movie.
Gatorade Should Be Thicker on Twitter said, There's a difference between bastards and cops.
That's Winslow Dumaine, friend of the
Yeah,
show.
hell yeah. Deburist on Discord said, New Bad Jack Boy City. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
that's just a good title.
That is also New Jack City rules.
Hell yeah, dude. Turducken MRE on Discord said, Batter and Boyer.
Yeah.
Boneless Chuck on Discord said, Dude, where's her hair?
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, yeah.
Cindy Arevna Jr.?
Yeah, comedian in LA. She's
Yeah. I know I said that wrong. I can't read. She said, I think I love my bad boys.
great. Yeah, oh, that's funny.
Loki Hates You on Twitter said, It's 2 cops. Can I get 2 cops? I just want 2 cops.
Damn, that's great.
And the winner of our Ricky shit this week is Darth Plato on Twitter said, Everybody hates this.
Yo, that's great. God damn, you guys
Yeah,
are the best.
that's
Thanks so
so funny.
much for listening to and watching our dumb little show.
That's
and
right.
chiming in and being a part of it. You guys are all the best.
Mhm.
Email us, what the hell is it called, at gmail.com.
That's right.
If you have anything you want to say, if you have anything you'd like us to rename. We do an episode about that every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And also, any thoughts on the recent additions and changes we've made
Yeah,
to the
dude.
show. I think it's the same show, just with a little bit of more dumb bullshit.
That's right.
And speaking of that,
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
Still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
we love y'all so much.
Lay it on down. Keep tipping.
See you next time.
What's it called? What's it called?